warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. As you can see, we are getting through the pre-match formalities and processes, the players coming onto the field for the usual fanfare and handshakes and so on. Conditions absolutely perfect, temperatures are kind enough, it is an absolute picture under the floodlights here, and the match that follows ought to follow suit. This must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
So it's down to business here. Gets into a dangerous position. Tries lifting it over, and here's the chance to counter. It out, and the counter is on.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Shoots! There it is! Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the pass to pick him out.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Has a pop! They've scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Plays it out to the wing. Beautifully executed. Goes for goal! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Well, it was certainly an acrobatic effort. I mean, it was probably the best option for him, but they're never easy to pull off.
Ball's out on the left now, with a delicate ball. Shoots! Sticks it away! Into the lead once more.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. They really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So we have a breakthrough. Well, they could break here. There's the whistle for half-time. So a really good half of football. 3 goals and just one separating them.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
That's the start of the second half.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Decent progress down the left. Tries to get it forward quickly. Out to the left it goes. Aimed in towards the centre. Aimed long and direct. Ball's loose, who's getting there?
Well, it's obvious why they're still trailing. They're not enjoying enough possession.
And it's got through. Firmly met. Can he put it away? In it goes! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
He's got options out wide, going through, hits one! Forward it goes. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? That's been levered clear. Now a chance to break. He's got through. Oh, good interception. And time is up. Well, that does not help. Interpret the performance as you will, but the key truth is that they lost. Your reflections then, Jim?
it can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win, and everything was just a letdown because of that.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.